Hello. Trading has closed on February 7th, 2023. We'll do our disclaimer, go over our calls, make some plans for tomorrow. This is my trading plan for Wednesday, which is February 8th, 2023. Please remember I can be wrong. Any trade you make should be at your own risk. We thought that Monday's pattern was a positive pattern. We said unless we gapped and promptly undercut Monday's low, we should see higher prices. We gapped down smartly, but as far as promptly undercutting the low, we never did. And we did, of course, see higher prices later on. This is what we said. For today, we had the pattern with the early high, but we said it might rally. I know some people are going to call this a pattern with the early low, but I don't think it is. If this were the only chart you had, you could count it either way. But I'll point out we had the high at the right time, the early high, the late low, which we said could be higher than the early high. We had a rally in the middle of the day, close at the right time. I think this is a pattern with the early high, and tomorrow should also have the early high. We get to cross a target off the list, 41. We get to cross 41.49.55 off the list. Now during the day, MEJT said we had an ultimate sell signal in the morning. We got the minimum, but almost always you're going to get more than the minimum, which means almost always you're going to undercut this low. Doesn't mean you won't go much higher first, but we did undercut the low. MEJT said this drop was false, that we'd trade way back over this white line, and amazing as it sounds, we actually did. It has to be one of the wildest swings I can remember seeing in quite some time. Well, we gapped down, hit a lower low, closed over all the lows, even closed over the intermediate highs. That should lead to higher prices. That's a positive pattern. You can kill it if you gap and undercut this low. I find that hard to believe. It's just too far away, if you ask me. So even though we don't have to close higher, I think we'll trade higher than we closed today. Tomorrow's pattern has the early high. Doesn't mean you won't gap down. We gap down, hit a lower low, but close over intraday lows and even over intraday highs. This is something I normally color in blue. So if this is maintained at tomorrow's open, this should lead to higher prices regardless of how we close. And today's normally negative pattern was positive. That argues for higher prices as well. So pattern with the early high had this as a possible end of this rally, but we're pretty close to going past it. And the next higher target I have is from way back in August, 42.03.05. Now at some point I need one more drop to complete the pattern, but the market doesn't seem to be in the mood for that yet. So tomorrow has the early high. We should see higher prices print, but no opinion on whether or not we actually close higher. And that's today's call.